Hello everyone, and welcome back to SNB Experts. I am your lead instructor. Today, we are beginning an in-depth exploration of Module 8, Working Capital Modeling. This is a critical subject for any financial professional, as working capital is the lifeblood of any operating business. We will master the cash conversion cycle and understand how to manage liquidity effectively. Let's start with our overview. This module is essential for your financial expertise. Module 8 focuses on working capital modeling, with a specific emphasis on mastering cash conversion cycles. This module is designed to bridge the gap between static balance sheet items and the dynamic flow of cash in a business. We will look at how operational decisions impact your cash position every single day. By the end of this module, you will be able to model inventory cycles using DIO metrics, build accounts receivable and payable schedules with DSO and DPO, and optimize the cash conversion cycle. We will also cover seasonal funding needs and liquidity planning to ensure you can forecast cash needs accurately for any organization. Working capital is defined as current assets minus current liabilities. It represents the operating liquidity available to a business for its day-to-day activities. Key components include cash and equivalents, accounts receivable, inventory, and accounts payable. Every dollar tied up here is a dollar not available for investment or growth. Managing these components effectively is what separates a thriving business from one that struggles. It's not just about having assets, it's about having them in a form that supports daily operations without interruption. This is the heart of treasury management and financial health. Your ability to model these flows is what makes you a valuable analyst. Section 8.1 covers inventory cycles. Days inventory. Outstanding, or DIO, measures how long it takes to turn inventory into sales. It's calculated as average inventory divided by COGS, multiplied by 365. Note the typical ranges for different industries, which vary significantly based on the product type. To forecast inventory, we use the basic equation: ending inventory equals beginning inventory plus purchases minus COGS. In our modeling approach, we set ending inventory based on forecasted COGS and our target DIO. This ensures our balance sheet remains consistent with our operational assumptions. Industry benchmarks are your guide. A grocery store moves inventory in 20 days, while a manufacturer may take 90. Always ensure your model's DIO assumptions reflect the specific operating realities of the business you are analyzing. Don't just pick a number, understand the supply chain and production cycle of the firm. Section 8.2 looks at accounts receivable. Days Sales Outstanding, or DSO, measures the average time to collect from customers after a sale is made. The forecasting formula is ending AR equals forecasted revenue times DSO divided by 365. This tells us when the revenue actually becomes cash. Next is accounts payable. Days payable. Outstanding measures how long the company takes to pay its suppliers. Strategic management of DPO can provide a significant source of interest-free financing for the business. Extending these terms is a common way to preserve cash during tight periods. The ideal strategy is simple: collect your cash as fast as possible and pay your bills as late as possible without damaging supplier relationships. This positive float is one of the most efficient ways to fund growth internally. It's like an interest-free loan from your operations, and it's a key sign of a well-run business. Section 8.3 introduces the cash conversion cycle. CCC is the sum of DIO and DSO minus DPO. It represents the number of days a company's cash is tied up in the production and sales process before it is converted into cash again. A lower CCC means the company is more efficient at generating cash. We optimize the CCC by reducing inventory and collection days and increasing payment days. Techniques include just-in-time inventory management, offering early payment discounts to customers, and negotiating better terms with vendors. Small improvements in each area can lead to huge cash releases. Note the benchmarks here. Software companies often have a negative CCC because they collect payments up front. Construction firms, on the other hand, can have cycles over 90 days due to project-based billing and long completion times. Your model must reflect these structural differences. Seasonality is a critical factor that many analysts overlook. You must identify peak revenue months and pre-season inventory buildups. A model that only uses annual averages will miss the critical peaks and troughs in your cash requirements throughout the year. You need to be prepared for those lean months before the big season. Section 8.4 covers seasonal funding. We calculate the seasonal swing as the difference between our peak and trough working capital requirements. This swing represents the additional funding needed during our busiest periods when our inventory and receivables are at their highest. Permanent financing covers the trough level of working capital and is usually funded by equity or long-term debt. Seasonal financing covers the swing and is typically funded by revolving credit facilities. This ensures you're not paying for capital that you don't always need. Section 8.5 details revolving credit facilities. Key features include the credit limit, commitment fees on the unused portion, and floating interest rates. A critical concept is the cleanup period, where the balance must be zero for a specified time to prove the debt is truly seasonal. The borrowing base determines how much you can actually draw from your facility. It's calculated based on eligible accounts receivable and inventory. Advance rates vary, typically 80% for receivables but much lower for raw materials or work in process. Lenders focus on your most liquid collateral. The 13-week cash flow model is the gold standard for liquidity planning. It provides the weekly visibility necessary to be proactive rather than reactive. In times of stress or rapid growth, this is the most important tool in your financial arsenal. It allows you to see the wall before you hit it. Section 8.6 focuses on liquidity planning. Your model should include a comprehensive cash flow forecast, available funding sources like revolvers, and minimum cash requirements. These are often set as a percentage of your operating expenses to ensure you always have a safety net. Here is a sample, 13-week model. Notice how we track collections and disbursements weekly to arrive at our ending cash balance. This level of detail enables proactive management and allows you to communicate effectively with lenders and stakeholders about your cash needs. Monitor key liquidity ratios constantly to ensure your business stays healthy. The current ratio, quick ratio, and cash ratio provide different lenses on your ability to meet short-term obligations. Aim for targets that provide an adequate cushion for your specific business model and industry. Stress testing is vital for robust financial planning. Test your liquidity against revenue declines, collection delays, or credit facility reductions. Knowing where your vulnerabilities lie allows you to build contingency plans and stay ahead of potential crises before they occur. Follow these best practices for success. Use rolling averages for stability, include seasonality adjustments in your forecasts, and model minimum cash as a hard constraint. Sensitivity analysis is also key for understanding how changes in your primary drivers will impact your cash flow. In summary, master the cash conversion cycle, plan for your seasonal needs, and build comprehensive liquidity models. These skills are essential for maintaining the financial health of any organization. You now have the tools to manage working capital like a pro. Thank you for following this course on behalf of SNB experts. I hope this in-depth walkthrough of Module 8 has been extremely valuable for your professional development. If you enjoyed this session, please subscribe to our channel for more expert financial modeling content. I'll see you in the next module. Good luck with your modeling.